Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today, we're going to take a look at another cover of a Warning song. The song is Dust to Dust. The cover is being conducted by Alexej Bagrintsev. I'm sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong, but he's a cello player, and he has laid down a number of cello tracks to recreate Dust to Dust. This sounds like a great idea to me. This was specifically requested, so I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at it. We've seen some really good Warning covers in recent times, and I just love that word is getting out and people are starting to cover them. He gets rave reviews for this, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Cello. Dust to Dust on a cello. I'm waiting to hear this.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Let's go ahead, check it out, and we will discuss afterwards.
All righty.
Kind of an abrupt ending. Yeah.
I don't know. How's about an orchestra? The Warning should really put out an album of this stuff if they can. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they could do something with it. They could rearrange it, and they could make everything acoustic for an album. You know, going through older songs. I mean, maybe someday in the future.
I just thought he included Rudy's part. How cool is that?
Yeah. was wondering how he got it, because he had to, I guess, well, these days with the software that's available, you can isolate stuff like that. So he could have got it right off the master recording. That's what technology can do today. It was cool. There was probably 5 tracks. My guess, there were more than what he showed on screen there. I know that.
Yeah, I thought so, because there was one for rhythm and bass, one for bass and chords, and one melody. And yeah, it did sound like other things were happening there. I think sometimes with the melody, the guy would play 2 notes at a time, but still there were some parts that, I didn't see played on the cello that I heard.
Yeah, I think the melody line was probably done by 2 separate tracks on many of the parts of this. It could be that for some, he was doing it on 2 strings simultaneously. But there were things that I was hearing that were different sounding. If you're hearing 2 different types of playing, then that's going to be 2 separate takes. With something like a cello, anyway. The bow and everything, it's just much easier to work that way than to try to do something different on one of the strings. That's easier to do if you're playing a guitar, because you've got a pick, and you've also got your fingers and whatever else, and you can...
Yeah, you have the frets to guide your fingers, too.
But I'm just talking about, like, bum, 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 as opposed to,
Oh, yeah.
different technique of playing the note is what I'm talking about.
Oh, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really do that on the cello with 2 different things. It's not practical. Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, he did some creative licensing here and there. I would have liked to have heard a little bit more power going into the chorus. The "Hey, where are you going" part. It would be really interesting to hear this written for a string quartet as opposed to just cello parts, because I would have liked to have heard some things higher, and that would have required viola or violin. And I bet it would have sounded fantastic. I mean, he certainly got the basis for it. He's already got this arrangement. So, yeah, he could certainly modify it to do that. I think overall it's quite an accomplishment, and it sounds great. It's pretty novel, And I liked it. I liked it a lot. And apparently he's done a number of Warning covers this way.
It was just interesting hearing the cello version. For some reason, I was thinking of the Beatles when I heard that, like Sgt. Pepper or Revolver or Glass Onion.
Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally. I wonder if he's done Eleanor Rigby. Well, anyway, he's got a lot of covers on here, though. Bandmade, Metallica, Shostakovich. Well, actually, that's probably just a regular... that's a performance that he's part of. He does a Gary Moore song, a lot of Bandmade, as a matter of fact. So that could be interesting. Looks like he actually bought a Konami PRS limited edition guitar. That's cool. So he can play guitar.
Yeah, he knows how to get a good one, too.
Yeah, so he hasn't done a lot of Warning. I think he's only done like 3 Warnings, but he's done something like, 24 Bandmade. That's songs. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe we'll come back and take another look sometime.
Yeah, but it sounds like someone we should follow, definitely.
Yep, so we've subscribed. Well done. All right, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If there's anything in particular that you think we didn't touch on that's important, by all means, leave that below. If you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.